Pope Family Tree Explained, Episode 2. Nina K. Trimble was born August 6, 1893, in Randolph County, Missouri, right outside of Macon, Missouri, where her grandparents Algernon and Nanny Pope lived. And Nina's mother was Minnie Pope, and her father George Paul Trimble. And that's Nina at about 6 months old, and her mother Minnie. And again, there's Nina at the age of 5. And one more picture of Nina at 5 with her spiral curls. By 1900, the Trimble family had left Missouri to live in Dallas County, Texas. And George Paul Trimble was a carriage salesman. And there's the Trimbles in their carriage, and if you look closely, there's little Nina. By 1910, the Trimbles had moved to San Antonio, Texas, where George Paul Trimble was working for the Studebaker Company, also as a traveling salesman for carriages. This is where Nina would spend her teenage years. Somewhere between 1910 and 1920, Nina grew up. And her father started selling horseless carriages as well as horse-drawn carriages at Sir Camp and Trimble in San Antonio, Texas. Nina married Wilson Jones Walthall, also known as Tot, and they had their firstborn, Wilson Jr. In 1920, the census report notes that they were all living together, including Rosa A. Mitchell, who was a servant in the household, a female black servant, age 24. The census also noted that George Paul Trimble was a born salesman, selling carriages, horse-drawn and horseless carriages, too. Nina and Wilson Sr. had 3 children in total. Wilson Jr. was born in 1918, Marjorie born in 1921, and Paul in 1924. By 1930, the Walthalls lived in their own house with their 3 children and a servant named Amy Burden, a 50-year-old black woman who was widowed. Nina was a devoted wife, mother, and genealogist. Wilson provided well for his family. As you can see on his draft registration card, he worked for Reconstruction Finance Corporation as a manager for their San Antonio office. Also, their phone number was Garfield 5949. Nina's father passed away in 1946, but her mother will be around until 1953. And here is Nina at her parents' grave in 1953. Around that same time, 1953, Nina and Tot visit her uncle Frank C. Pope and Muriel Ames Pope, shown here. And Nina's husband, Wilson, passes away in 1966. Mrs. Nina Trimble Walthall, age 77, at 417 Maverick Street, died Thursday at her home. She was a member of Christ Episcopal Church. Her children survived her, and this says that she will be buried at Mission Burial Park. And this is in 1970, December 24th, when she passed away. And this video was to honor Nina's life.